Hey everybody, Jason here, TCP Supersystem. Got a little request to do a video for render. So I'm going to run this one through the TCP Supersystem, tell you what the charts are telling me. Again, the system signals, interpretations, and my actions are not to be construed as financial advice. Please consult an advisor before engaging in any crypto investment activity. It is risky. I am not an advisor. With that said, render on the chart again, daily view on the left, weekly view on the right. This is render, which is an AI token. And you'll notice this little text here on the weekly chart. I was doing some research and some recent updates kind of indicate that there's a lot of on-chain activity and it's seeing parabolic growth. And this is a kind of an AI play. Uh, and I guess I'd put this one in the same bucket as I do my near protocol because it's kind of an AI play as well. So we'll see what the charts are saying here and then close this up until later today. So a couple things I do want to show you real quick on render. On the daily view, you can see we're trading about 252 basically. And we had this confirmed downtrend, this red cloud. We've kind of pumped down. We saw actually a level 3 diamond here back on October 11th. We're pretty much right at that same level today. You can see that cross there. One reason I'd be a little, how should I say this? There's some contradicting things here that could make me hesitate just a little bit, but also could say the same thing for the upside. You can see we had this kind of downward pump, sideways action to the bottom of this cloud, and typically the bottom of that cloud or in that cloud is an area of volatility. Now, what we need to understand though is we are in a bull run. We see news like this where we're seeing parabolic growth within the network. If you look at our hot sensors on the daily, you can see all three of these are on the downside of the midline, which is negative. They have been, I guess, deteriorating, it goes white, gray, blue, yellow, orange, red. So deteriorating on the long term, slight improvement here, at least the last few days on the medium term, and then improving on the short term. Now, just like we saw with XRP and some of these other ones, I want you to look at the standard deviation methodology up here at the top and mean reversion. So you can see where we got that down pump right here. And we always tell you, we want this white line, that's our fast moving line. We want it to be up here in these extremes, but this is on a good trajectory. I mean, it's almost going vertical. It looks like it's penetrating into the red zone now. Now, what we want to really see, because what can happen here is this thing could pump up here real fast, hit these extremes and turn over really quick, and then resume the downtrend. That's why I'm always hesitant to trade when it's around the bottom of this cloud, because we haven't really seen a confirmed trend reversal yet. And what a lot of times what you'll see is this thing could pump back up to these moving averages up here, which would be resistance at this point. That's 329 on the 50-day. So I mean, still, you're talking about 80 cents there. So that's still, even if you were to do that, that's still a remarkable return in probably a relatively short period of time. I will check the leverage heat map. I don't know if render is on there. I don't believe it is, but we will check. But again, you hit a level 3, a level 1. We're at an area of volatility. Things seem to be improving or could be improving. I would just say it's not quite confirmed yet. So I would, for me, I would be personally ready to pull the trigger here shortly. I would just like to see a few more things, but probably not a bad entry point. And I'll show you why I think that. On the weekly over here in the red, you'll notice our dark level 3 diamonds, we absolutely crushed the top here back in December 9th of 24. So almost a year ago now. We saw this downward pump. We nailed all these level 3s down here, and let's just say we go in the middle here. That would have been around 282, and we're at 251 right now. But again, you can see here, we've kind of transitioned, we've kind of gone sideways. We got level 2s popping right now on the weekly view. And again, remember, the weekly view is a much longer I guess, viewpoint. So the signals will look different between the daily and the weekly. But when they all line up, it can be truly remarkable. So what I want you to look at here, though, is the short-term hot sensor on the weekly is really what we want to pay attention to, and then compare all that to the daily. Because I think with being in a bull run, that's kind of what we want to look at. And again, I mean, I would say this is positive. The weekly medium-term hot sensor, we're actually in the red, and we're getting level twos, and we're at the bottom near these extremes. So again, that's why I would say this for me probably wouldn't be a bad place to at least dollar cost average in for my portfolio. Of course, my actions may be totally different than what you would think about doing because I don't know your risk tolerance or objectives. So, again, not financial advice, but this is just how I would be looking at this. It does look like we're in that continued downtrend though. So again, we could see a little bit more volatility to the downside. But again, if I were to start dollar cost averaging here, I wouldn't be upset if I saw something go a little bit lower because I think long term it's probably a good position here. But yeah, if this yellow on the short term, if this thing can transition down to orange or red, I think that would be the place to be. Um, and hopefully by then we start seeing some positive changes over here on the daily view as well. Let's really see if there's anything else. Um, yeah, I think that's render for now. So again, probably not a bad place for render. I would never probably throw all I have at it at this point. I would be more dollar cost averaging at this level, given what I'm seeing on the charts. So that's what I would be doing. So I hope that helps inform and educate. Again, my actions and advice are not advice, but really interpretations are not financial advice. So keep that in mind. I'm just a crazy guy on the internet with one hell of a system that helps me identify opportunity zones in cryptos and stocks, and then I share that for free. So hope you enjoyed that. Stay tuned for later. We're going to have some good stuff coming out tonight, doing probably some focused analysis on several other cryptos. And then we will see you then. Be blessed. Have a good Sunday. All right.